Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video. So Black Ops 1 and its campaign is my favorite campaign in any Call of Duty game. So what I decided to do was count down the top 5 best missions from the Black Ops 1 campaign. And this is really hard to do because there's 15 missions and they all have a unique twist to them, making them really fun. But I decided to just go through and talk about my personal 5 favorites, and we're gonna have 2 honorable mentions as well that kind of add to the story. But overall, the Black Ops 1 campaign is awesome. I just finished it up yesterday. I've been doing a let's play here on the channel every Saturday and Sunday morning. I upload a new episode, so if you want to check out anything from that series, I'll link the playlist down below so you guys can go through and see which ones you want to see and that sort of thing. I'm going to be finishing that up next weekend. This weekend we're going to have 2 more episodes, and then the remaining 2 will be next weekend, and then I'm going to play Black Ops 2. But without further ado guys, let's jump right into the top 5 best Black Ops 1 campaign missions. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be Project Nova. Now, this is a sick mission for a multitude of reasons, and first of all, it's a flashback mission back to World War II, and you're actually playing as Viktor Reznov. Now, right when the mission starts, you see the 3 main villains that must die, and it kind of tells the story of why Reznov wants them to die. The 3 villains are Dragovich, Krashenko, and Steiner, who he says all must die multiple times throughout the entire campaign. Now, this mission is really epic because, like I said, it's in World War II, so you're fighting against Nazis, and you get to use the Russian weapon, the PPSH, which is great. It's a fantastic weapon. As you guys know, it was a classic in World at War, and it felt like you were still playing World at War in the campaign for this mission. Now, during this mission, Dragovich ends up, kind of like giving over some of the Russian soldiers, and he basically watches them die to Nova 6, which is really sick and twisted and messed up. And overall, the mission is just awesome because you hear like the pain and sorrow that Viktor Reznov has gone through, some of his friends dying to Nova 6 directly in front of him, and he's basically telling Mason the entire story while they're in Vorkuta. So it's a really cool flashback mission, and I really like this one. It's one of the most heartfelt, and you kind of learn more about the story and all the stuff that Reznov has been through. So this had to be on the list, and it comes in at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be the 12th mission in the Black Ops campaign, and that is called Payback. Now, this mission is extremely epic because first, you start off as a prisoner of war, and you basically are doing Russian roulette at a table next to Woods. You're playing as Mason, and also sadly Bowman dies, who has been with them the entire time. But it's really insane. And now a bunch of the Viet Cong end up getting killed because you escape, and it's just epic. And then you end up going into the woods, and there's a clearing, and there's a Hind, or a helicopter, that is there in the clearing. And I remember this mission so vividly because I was watching the Black Ops 1 reveal at E3, and I remember back in 2010 when they were showing this, they showed the mission Payback, and they show the part where they take control of the helicopter and they say, "See that Hind? We're gonna take it." And that is a line that Woods has, and I will always remember that because that was one of the most epic things I remember watching at E3 way back then in 2010. And you end up taking control of the helicopter. You just wreak havoc on the Viet Cong, which is awesome. And then eventually you make it into the hideout where Kravchenko is, and you end up killing him, which is awesome as well. So this is just a fantastic mission overall. Sadly, Bowman died, but you get some awesome Russian roulette. You get to fly the helicopter and just destroy everything, and it's a really cool mission. So this one comes in at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the mission Numbers. Now, this one is by far my favorite location in the Black Ops 1 campaign for a few different reasons. First of all, you're literally playing in Kowloon, And this is so cool because it's raining everywhere, and you have Dr. Clark kind of showing you around. You have to follow him and just fight on the rooftops and go through the entire Black Ops 1 mission. And it's just such a cool location. And not only that, but you can actually do a small Easter egg where you get the thunder gun, which is amazing as well. So this mission is just freaking amazing. I love every aspect of it. Using the thunder gun is awesome. And obviously you have Dr. Clark, who's there, and it just starts off where you're interrogating him with glass in his mouth and you're just punching him the whole time. I mean, this mission is brutal, but it's also super epic. Just jumping from roof to roof across the entire story is just so sick. And you play as Hudson as well, so this is like the first main mission where you play as Hudson as well. I know there's like one or two before, but this one just stands out to me as like the main mission that Hudson plays on. This was by far the most epic one in my opinion, and being able to use the thunder gun is just once again so cool. Me being a huge zombies fan, I mean, this one is epic. So anyways guys, that is going to be the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be the mission Rebirth. Now, this is one of the last missions in the Black Ops 1 campaign. It's actually right after Payback. And the reason that this mission is so cool is because we play from 2 different perspectives. The first perspective is going to be Mason, and he's kind of gone rogue off the grid, and he is, you know, believing that he's there with Viktor Reznov when he's actually only there by himself. And we go through the entire mission, stab some people with the tomahawk, and just go through the entire thing, make our way all the way to Frederick Steiner. And right before we kill him, we go 20 minutes earlier and we play from the perspective of Hudson. So we actually go a completely different way with Hudson. You have a bunch of cool things, like you have to kill a bunch of soldiers using like thermal sight and all that stuff, and you're kind of like not trying to breathe the Nova 6. You have like a mask on and everything. It's just a really cool mission overall. And eventually you get to the point where you are looking through glass to see Mason, and Mason ends up saying, "My name is Viktor Reznov and I will have my revenge." And then he kills Frederick Steiner, and it is just epic because this is really where we see the main flaw that's been going on with Mason the entire time. We didn't know that he was actually pretending that Viktor Reznov was there the entire time when he really wasn't. So it's kind of cool to confront that truth and also see the 2 different like perspectives converging onto that one point of killing Dr. Steiner. So definitely a really cool mission, and this one comes in at the number 2 spot. So now we have 2 honorable mentions, and the first one is going to be WMD. Now this mission is super cool because you fly a Blackbird and then you switch between the different positions in the Blackbird and also fighting down below on the ground. There's also a really epic moment where you end up like breaking through glass and shooting enemies. It is so cool. This mission is definitely one of my personal favorites, and like I said before at the start of this video, like Black Ops 1 is so hard to narrow it down to only a few missions that are amazing, but this one definitely deserved to be an honorable mention because it's just straight up amazing. Coming in as the other honorable mention is actually going to be the last mission of the Black Ops 1 campaign. This one is so sick because you play as Mason. He's kind of redeeming himself with Hudson and showing where the actual broadcast station is, which was the main thing that they were going for throughout the entire campaign. Now, the crazy thing about this is at the end we end up killing Dragovich, which is super cool. We drown him, which is just epic overall. And I love this campaign so much, man. Like, this mission's awesome. You have to go on the actual boat that was right next to the beginning, and you see like all the different flashbacks and everything. It's just one of those really cool missions. And then finally, when you get to the surface after killing Dragovich, you end up getting like some music and you see Weaver there. It's just like one of those amazing experiences, and it's so cool, the music that plays and everything. So this one definitely had to be an honorable mention. And now let's get into the number 1 spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot is my personal favorite Call of Duty mission of all time, and that is Vorkuta. You escape Vorkuta as Mason along with Viktor Reznov, who actually ends up dying while escaping Vorkuta, but you don't really know that while you're playing it. Now, this mission is just so cool because you actually go through all the steps, and those same steps are the steps for the Easter egg on Origins. And as you guys know, I love Origins as well. And that is just so cool to me. That is awesome that they tied that in a whole nother game. They tied in all of those steps. It's really, really cool. Not only that, but you get to play as like Mason, which is also epic. But not only that, you get to ride freaking motorcycles as well, which is awesome. This is like my favorite drivable thing. You go on a turret. I mean, this mission is so good. I really can't think of any other mission in any Call of Duty game that is better than this one. It's my by far personal favorite. So this one definitely had to come in at the number 1 spot. That is Vorkuta. So anyways, guys, that is going to be the top 5 missions, and really top 5, 7, because there's 2 honorable missions in Call of Duty Black Ops. Such a good game. If you guys have not played it, I would recommend you play it. Now, obviously, I spoiled a few things, and I've been doing a Let's Play on my channel. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you do end up subscribing, make sure to let me know down below. I would really appreciate it, and thank you personally down in the comments. But have an amazing day, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.